So this is the question. We are supposed to divide rupees 118 among three people so that the ratio of the amount for A and B will be in 3:4 ratio, and the amount for B and C will be 5:6. Fine. So let us write down what all is given to us and then we will solve the problem. So solution, what is given to us? A is to B is 3:4. Now we have already understood how to get that into a continuous ratio. So A is to B is 3:4 and B is to C is 5:6. Correct? So now let us get the continuous ratio. So therefore multiply A is to B with which number should I multiply now to make it equal? To get A is to B is to C? To get A is to B is to C, this B in A is to B and B in A is to C should be same, right? So what we do? We multiply the value of B here with this ratio and we multiply the value of B here with this ratio. Correct? So now the value of B in B is to C is 5. So we will be multiplying the ratio A is to B with 5. Are you all able to follow? Yes? Yeah. And multiply the second ratio, that is B is to C with 4. So now let us multiply. A is to B is equal to 3:4 into 5. So 3 5s are 15 is to 4 5s are 20. Then B is to C is equal to 5:6 into 4. So 4 5s are 20 is to 6 4s are 24. So therefore, our continuous ratio A is to B is to C is equal to, if you see, B is 20. So 15 is to 20 is to 24 is our continuous ratio. Now we are supposed to divide 118 rupees in the ratio of 15 is to 20 is to 24. Hope everybody understood until here. Now let us divide the amount. Now divide rupees 118 in ratio of 15, not 20. In the ratio 15 is to 20 is to 24. So what is sum of ratio? 15 plus 20 plus 24 is equal to 59. So therefore, A's share will be 118 rupees into 15 by 59. Okay, 15 by 59. Then, now find out the amount for this. What is the amount that you get? 118 into 15 by 59. Quickly. 30. Okay. Good, good, Kirti. So for first it will be 30. Now similarly B share. Now B share again 118 into 20 by 59. The ratio for B is 20. Now can you say me the amount here? It will be 30, 40, very good. And similarly for C share 118 into 24 by 59, which will be 48 rupees. Correct, Ravi. 48 rupees. So this is how we share the amount when it comes to continuous ratio problems. Any doubts in this problem? Did you all understand? Good. Now moving on to the next question. Which is the greater ratio? 2 is to 5 or 5 is to 2? Now let us see which is the greater ratio. Now in such problems, you have to first express the given ratios in the fraction format. Now we already know A is to B can also be written as A by B, right? The same logic we are using here. So we have to express solution. So you have to express the ratios in fraction format. Okay, so what will be the fraction format? The first ratio will be 2 by 5 and second ratio will be 5 by 2. Okay, the first ratio will be 2 by 5 and the second ratio will be 5 by 2. Now here we have to find in the next step to understand which one is greater, we have to find the LCM of the denominators. Okay, now let us do that second step. Now find LCM of the denominators, that is 5 and 2, correct? So the denominator is 5 in the first ratio and 2 in the second ratio. Okay, so the LCM of 5 and 2 will be 5 ones are 2 ones are, which is 5 twos are 10. So the LCM will be 10. Okay, now convert the fractions where denominators are equal. Where denominators are equal. What we are trying to do is, if you take the first fraction 2 by 5, okay, we are trying to make the denominator as 10. Now, if you want the denominator as 10, what should you multiply? 5 twos are 10. So, if you multiply 2 to the denominator, you should also multiply 2 to the numerator. So, 2 twos are 4. So the new fraction of 2 by 5 will be 4 by 10. Correct. Next, similarly, if you take the other fraction 5 by 2, that is the second fraction, here what should I multiply so that I will get the denominator as 10? Here, correct Kirti, here we have to multiply 5. So 2 5s are 10. So numerator also should be multiplied by 5. So 5 5s are 25. Okay, now you can compare both the fractions easily because the denominator value is same and you only have to compare the numerator values. Now if you see the numerator value, you have 4 and you have 25. So 25 is the bigger number and therefore The second ratio, 5 by 2 or 5 is to 2, is the greater ratio than 2 is to 5. I'll repeat it again. Listen carefully. Since the denominators are same, we have numerators which are different. Now, if you compare the numerator numbers, one number is 4, the other number is 25. So, because the numerator here is bigger, so the ratio 5 is to 2 is greater than 2 is to 5. So, write the conclusion for this. Therefore, 5 is to 2 is the greater ratio. Understood? Good. Now, this is the next question. This is a homework question. Okay. You have to find out which is the greater ratio in between these two. Fine. Now, let us go to the next question. A's monthly salary is 2,500 and B's annual income from land is 40,000. What is the ratio of their income? Read the question carefully once again. A's monthly salary. So every month A is getting a salary of 2,500 and B is getting annual income. Annual income is yearly once. One whole year's income is considered. So B's annual income from land is 40,000. Now, since it is on a different units, that is one is on monthly basis and one is on the annual basis, let us convert one of it to the other value. Okay, so we will be converting the monthly salary to the annual uh, pays so that we will get both as annual and we will be able to compare between the two of the income. Okay, so let us write down. So solution, notice that A's income is given on monthly basis and B's income on annual basis. Next, to find the ratio of incomes, either convert A's monthly income, either we have to convert A's monthly income to annual income or vice versa, which means other way around, and then compare. Now, since it's a very simple and small problem, we have to give the explanations like this. Okay, now either we have to convert the monthly income to annual income or annual income to monthly income, and then we have to compare. Clear? So that is what we are supposed to do here. Then, now let us convert them and find the ratio. So income ratio is equal to A's monthly income. A is getting an income of rupees 2,500 every month and we have 12 months in a year. Correct? Now, E is 2. We are finding the ratio, right? Now, B's income from land is rupees 40,000. So A's income is on monthly basis, which we have converted into annual basis, and B's income is 40,000. Now let us multiply. 2,500 into 12 will give us 30,000 and is to 40,000. So if you take out the zeros, if you just cancel the zeros on both the side, the income ratio will be 3 is to 4. That will be the income ratio. Understood? Clear? Any doubts? Okay. Now moving on to the next problem. You will have some small problems only in the ratios. Okay. Now divide 3,900 into 3 parts in the ratio of 1 by 2, 1 by 3 and 1 by 4. So these are the 3 ratios that are given to us, and we are supposed to divide 3,900 rupees in the 3 ratios. Okay. So first, like how we did for the greater ratios, we took LCM and we converted, right? Like that, we will convert these uneven ratios into a proper even ratios, and then we will solve the problem. So first, what we are going to do here is, first we will be converting. So first, convert the ratios so as to get same denominator by taking LCM of denominators 2, 3, 4. Okay, so if you take the denominator LCM of 2, 3, 4, so what will be the denominators? Just find the LCM. 2, 3, 4. 2 ones are 2 ones are 2 twos are 3 ones are 2 ones are 2 threes are 6, 6 twos are 12. Right? So LCM is 12. LCM is 12. Now next, after knowing the LCM as 12, now let us convert each of the ratio where the denominator is 12. Okay, each of the ratio where the denominator is 12. Now let us take the first ratio. The first ratio is 1 by 2. Now for 1 by 2, I am supposed to multiply a number where I will get the denominator as 12. Now which is the number I should multiply? 2 into what will give me 12? 2 6 are. So we'll get 2 6 are 12. Now since I'm multiplying 6 in the denominator, I should also multiply 6 in the numerator. Okay, so 6 ones are 6, 6 twos are 12. So my denominator here will be 12. Now similarly, we have to find for the other two ratios. The second ratio is 1 by 3. And for this, I should multiply some number where I get the denominator as 12. So we have to multiply 4 here. So 3 fours are 12 and to the numerator also 4. So that I get the second ratio 4 by 12. And to the third ratio, which is 1 by 4, I have to multiply a number where I get 12. So 4 threes are 12 and to the numerator is also 3. So we get 3 by 12. Okay. So therefore the ratio of 3 parts that is given will become 6 is to 4 is to 3. Now, since we have got the continuous ratio in a proper format, why did I consider only numerator? Because if you see the denominator, everything is 12. Here also it is 12, here also it is 12, and here also it is 12. So that is why I only considered the numerator and I got the ratio. Okay, so what you can write here is, therefore, the ratio is, let us write it properly. Therefore, the ratio is 6 is to 4 is to 3. Now, divide rupees 3,900 in 6 is to 4 is to 3 ratio. So, sum of ratio is equal to 6 plus 4 plus 3 will give us 13. 6 plus 4 is 10 plus 3 is 13. Now let us find the share of each of them. So first part of rupees 3,900 is 3,900 into, what is the ratio? 6 by 13. So can you say me how much is the amount you get? Second part of rupees 3,900 is 3,900 into, the second ratio is 4 by 13. Similarly, third part of rupees 3,900 is 3,900 into 3 by 13. So for the first part, you would get the amount as rupees 1,800. Very good. And for the second part, you would get 1,200. And for the third part, you would get 900. So that is the total amount. 1,800, 1,200 and 900. So 3,900 has been divided into 3 parts where we are able to divide them in a proper ratio, because the ratio which was given in the question was uneven. So we made that uneven ratio into a proper even ratio and then we found the amount. Any doubts until here? Okay, Ravi, you're not understanding the LCM. Okay, we'll solve it again. Don't worry. Listen here. Now the ratio in the previous one was 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 4. Correct? I am only taking the LCM of 2, 3 and 4. So first take 2, 3 and 4 to one side. Okay. Now do the factorization. 2 ones are 2. Okay. I cannot do anything with 3, right? So I'll keep 3 as it is. 2 twos are 4. Fine. Now next. 2 ones are 2. 3 and 1 will remain as it is. 3 ones are 3. 1 1 will remain as it is. In LCM, whatever you get here, just multiply, including this part. So what is the LCM of 2, 3 and 4? All together, what is the LCM is? 2 2s are 4, 4 3s are 12, into 1 into 1 into 1. Now if you multiply all this, you'll get 12 as the answer. Okay, so this is the LCM that we have considered. Now did you understand? Okay, good. So LCM and HCF are the basic part. So please do learn LCM and HCF so that you're not confused in any of the problem. Okay, especially LCM. Than HCF, LCM is used everywhere. Now, let us go to the next question. Two numbers are in the ratio of 7 is to 11. If 7 is added to each of the numbers, the ratio becomes 2 is to 3. Find the numbers. So, two numbers are in the ratio of 7 is to 11. Two numbers are there. They are in the ratio of 7 is to 11. Okay. Now, if 7 is added to each of them, so each number if I add 7, then the ratio will change from 7 is to 11. Rather than 7 is to 11, it will change to 2 is to 3. So, we are supposed to find the numbers. So, firstly, we have to define which are the two numbers and what will be the expression when we add 7 to that number. Okay, and then we will solve for the number. So, let us define one by one. Firstly, solution. Since the numbers are in ratio of 7 is to 11, let the numbers be 7x. Now it is in ratio. It means there is a same multiplication effect that is being put up. So 7x is to, or 7x and 11x. So no matter what you do, you will have the 7 and 11 part of the number. So that is why we write it as 7x and 11x. Okay. So after this, now 7 is added to each of the numbers. That is, so what is the first number? 7x is the first number. For this, we are adding 7 and 11x is the second number. Again, for this, we are adding 7. That is what the problem says. If 7 is added to each of the numbers, they will be, now even after adding 7, they will be in ratio 2 is to 3. Okay, they will be in ratio 2 is to 3. So therefore, now this 7x plus 7 is to 11x plus 11. We can write this as 7x plus 7 by 11x plus 7. Now a is to b can be written as a by b, right? So 7x plus 7 is to 11x plus 7 can be written as 7x plus 7 divided by 11x plus 7. And the ratio 2 is to 3 can be written as 2 by 3. So once we get this format, now next step is just like how you solve the equations, you have to cross multiply, which means you have to multiply 3 to the first expression and you have to multiply 11x plus 7 with the 2 on the other side. Now let us do the multiplication. So here you have 7x plus 7 multiplied with 3 and on the other side 2 is multiplied with 11x plus 7. So 7 3s are 21x plus 7 threes are 21 is equal to 2 11s are 22x plus 7 twos are 14. Now get all the x to one side and the constants to the other side. Now I hope you know how to solve this part, right? So 21 minus 14 is equal to 22x minus 21x. So 21 minus 14 will give me 7 is equal to 1x. So therefore x is equal to 7. Now since I understood what is x is equal to 7, now we should find the numbers. So therefore the numbers are 7x and 11x, right? Originally the numbers were 7x and 11x. So 7 into 7 is 49 and 11 into 7 is 77. So the numbers are 49 and 77. So this is how you find the numbers whenever they have given you the ratio. Is it clear? Did you all understand? Can we go to the next problem? Okay. Now, the ratio of students in arts, science and commerce faculties is 5 is to 4 is to 3. If the number of students in science faculty is 236, find the number of students in arts and commerce faculties. So here they are given the number of students in arts, science and commerce. They are in the ratio of 5 is to 4 is to 3. And they have given the number of students of science. We are supposed to find the number of students in arts as well as the number of students in commerce. So let us start. Solution. The ratio of arts is to science is to commerce is 5 is to 4 is to 3. Right? That is what is given in the first slide. 5 is to 4 is to 3 is the ratio between 3 of the combinations. And they have given the number of students in science. How many students are there? 236 students are there. Okay. Now in the ratio arts, science, commerce. So 5 is for arts, 4 is for science, 3 is for commerce. Correct? So for fourth part here, it is 236. Okay. So that is how we are considering. That is for 4, number of students is 236. So for 5, number of students is how much? Okay, so for 4 if it is 236, for 5 it is how much? Now in such cases, what you're supposed to do is, you are expected to do the cross multiplication. Now what will happen here is, you will be considering 4, now let us take this as x. 4 into x is equal to 236 into 5. Okay, so x is equal to 236 into 5 divided by 4. Let us go to the next page and solve this in a very clear manner. So 4 into x is equal to 236 into 5. So x is equal to 236 into 5 by 4. So x will be 295. Understood? For 4, if it is 236, for 5, how much is it? Okay, so that is what we have found out. So this will be number of arts students. Number of art students. Now similarly, number of commerce students. Let us find out commerce students. For 4 it is 236. For 4 it is 236. For 3 how much?